Hi guys, this time I'll be reviewing AZ20 ear hooks, Bluetooth amplifier ear hooks that are supposed to make every KZ headphone wireless. So I got that on the last sale, AliExpress sale. As usual, I got some coupons, the regular price for that is like $80. I got it a little bit cheaper. I got it for something like $70. I bought it because I was really curious how does it work, if it's really good for sound quality, because I'm used to using, if I want to convert my headphones to wireless, I'm usually using some kind of Bluetooth receiver like Watson ES100 or something like that, which basically allows for connecting wired headphones via wire to the Bluetooth receiver, and the Bluetooth receiver has a headphone amplifier inside. So these ones are definitely smaller, and these ones have microphones integrated. So I was thinking that this could be potentially quite nice replacement for my Bluetooth receivers. So what do we get in the box? In the box, in a typical small KZ box, we are getting a very short USB-C cable, some small short manual in Chinese and English, and let's leave it like that. And we're getting the case for the headphones. The case, it's a charging case. It has batteries built inside. Let's remove the plastic wrapping here. Okay, yeah. The first one and the second one. Where do I start here? As you can see, it's brand new, though I gave a nice burn-in to the headphones. Okay, so it actually looks quite nice, although it's made of a very cheap plastic, as you may see it on the bottom here. Yes, it's nice, but it's cheap. It's also quite big. It has a status LED here, and you're putting your ear hooks with your headphones, which is a nice thing because they thought about space for the headphones in here. And as you can see, both PR3 and Symphony are placed inside with no problems, and Symphony is quite big IM. So there's a lot of space inside, and all in all it looks nice, but it has one problem. The problem is this. I would think that it would be a good idea to have some kind of rubber or foam here, and maybe at the bottom. At the bottom it's not so important because usually you'd have your silicone or foam tips, so they will kind of take the beating when you're rattling the box, but this part and these headphones will hit each other, and I don't like that. So it's something that you can quickly solve by yourself, just cutting some kind of self-adhesive foam and gluing it here, and that's it. All in all, the box looks good. The ear hooks themselves, let's take them out. They are made of rubber here and plastic here. Each one of them has status LED, microphone, and switch for controlling your music playback or headphone calls. They are really comfortable, and I really like the fact that once you place them over your ear, you basically forget about them. You do not feel any kind of added weight, you do not feel any kind of pressure on your ears, so they are very comfortable. Speaking about microphones, you can call using this device because it also acts as a headset for your phone, so you can call your friends, and the sound quality for calls is very good. It's way better than your typical headset quality. Now about the device itself. It's using Bluetooth in the newest version 5.3. and that's provided by Qualcomm 5171 chipset inside. Basically, there is no other dedicated headphone amplifier inside, and there is no other dedicated digital to analog converter. Everything is done internally by Qualcomm 5171. By the way, AZ20 is the top of the line offering for that type of air hooks, because KZ offers, as far as I remember, 3 types, and this is supposed to be the best one, and it's also the most expensive of the 3. Qualcomm chipset gives us aptX and LDAC and AAC and SBC codecs, so basically all your codec needs will be fulfilled with this Qualcomm chipset. What else about the build quality? One thing, I really love the physical buttons here. Usually when I'm using two wireless iems, they have different types of touch interfaces on the external plate, and although it's trendy and it's very sci-fi, I still really prefer physical buttons. It's way easier to find them with your finger behind your ear, and you exactly know each time how many times you have pressed the button. So that's something I really like. Okay, having said that, let's go. One more thing. It has a button shortcut for voice assistant, so you're able to configure Siri, or you're able to configure Google voice assistants. It has 2 sound modes, gaming mode and balanced mode. Balanced mode is way better for music. Gaming mode has boosts the bass up, so they are getting the hooks. They are getting really bassy in the gaming mode, and it has 2 power modes: full power and echo power. The echo power, I don't know if that's the right name, but it's basically power saving mode. So these are not running in full power mode, they will be saving power, and it actually influences the sound. The full power mode is way more dynamic, and it gives you way better spatial cues. Okay, what I really like is that the buttons and the functions of the buttons are very intuitive, and it's very easy to operate this KZ AZ20. What it also has is some kind of voice communicates, giving you information about connection and about selected mode of operation. The funny thing is that the voice communicates are recorded with mediocre quality, and the pronunciation there is even worse than mine, so it actually sounds funny. But there's one problem. You have voice communicates for power on and connecting, you have voice communicates for gaming or balanced mode, but you do not have any kind of voice communicate for selecting power mode. You don't know if you are in the power saving or full power mode, because the only thing that you hear when you're entering or switching the modes is a quick ping, and that's it. So you have to recognize which mode you're using at the moment just by judging the sound quality, because it really makes difference. Okay, we've covered the price, we've covered the build quality, we've covered what's in the box. So now let's get to the most important thing, which basically is sound quality. And I have to say that these have very safe tuning. I mean, they'll probably appeal to most of the folk, most of the people that are not audiophiles, not hi-fi music lovers, because the tuning here is very safe, without any sibilance, without any harshness, but also not very transparent and not very clear. I'm wondering if this comes from the chipset used here, if this is something that comes out of the box with Qualcomm chipset, or is this something intentionally done by KZ. So starting with the base. The base is okay, although it's not very clear. It goes really low, but it bleeds into the mids a little. So quite powerful, but not very clear, not the best quality bass. I've tested the hooks with my HiFi R4 and with my phone with aptX connection, and as you can see, with two best KZ headphones that I own, in my opinion, PR3 and Symphony. I've also connected them to KZ AZ20, which is basically their most advanced balanced armature headphone. But the sound was, my findings about the sound were exactly the same as for these two. Basically, all three of them are overkill for these hooks. So, we've covered the bass. Now the mids. The mids are warm. They don't have any harshness. They're quite okay, but they lack some clarity. I wouldn't exactly call them muddy. It's more like something that for me would be just the safe tuning. They lack some clarity, and the same goes for treble. Although we have no sibilance, no harshness, and you can wear them and listen to them for hours, that's partly because they are lacking some air and transparency. The treble doesn't extend very well, and this unfortunately translates to detail, because the detail here is, let's say, mediocre. I've said a little bit earlier that these headphones and AZ20 are overkill for that web hooks. Why? Because you're losing all of the clariness, all of the transparency, the speed, the precision, the detail that either PR3 or Symphony will give you. So that's just overkill. There's no point in attaching so good headphones to these webhooks, because you won't enjoy the best sound quality that these headphones have to offer. Okay, but the soundstage is actually quite good. It was something that came as a surprise, because, you know, they are not very clear, they are not very transparent, but the soundstage is quite nice. Although the soundstage depends heavily on the power mode selected for the air hooks. If you're using power saving mode, the soundstage collapses and the sound presentation is quite flat. There is no layering. But if you enter the full power mode, the soundstage starts to expand, and it's quite nice. It's quite precise. So this is something that I liked about that. Now, about the battery life. The battery life, when I was doing the burn-in, when I was leaving them to play, it was for something like 6 hours each time before they needed recharging. And the case, the manufacturer says that the case is good for up to another 20 hours. Which I can believe, because it's quite big and it's quite heavy. So size has its merits. It's bigger than most of the TWS cases, but this also gives you a better battery inside. So, all in all, we've covered the build, we've covered the box, we've covered the sound. As you can see, they are blinking right now because they've connected to my DAP player. We can switch them off. Let's switch them off. It will take a couple of seconds. And it's switched off. The thing is that you can also use one of them. You don't have to use two of them as a pair. You can leave one in the box and use the other one as a headset for your phone. So that's something that might be useful to you. Okay, all in all, would I recommend them for $80? And remember that this is the most expensive version of these hooks. This is the version that's supposed to be the best. Well, not really. Not really. Why? Because of the fact that these are not really very airy and transparent. And they cost $80. So what kind of headphones would you connect to them? If you connect the headphones, the planar headphones, the really good, actually splendid, amazing KZ headphones, you'll be crippling them. And these headphones are these ones, PR3, are like about, let's say, for a little less than $40, and these are like $50. So in the more expensive version, you'd be connecting $50 headphones to $80 ear hooks, and the headphone would be crippled. On the other hand, if you'd connect a headphone headphones that are not as good as these ones, then maybe you wouldn't actually hear the problems, because the bottleneck would be the iems. But then it makes little sense to connect, let's say, $10 or $15 iems to $80 web hooks, ear hooks. So I don't really recommend these if you're an audiophile and if you're looking for sound quality. But if you're looking for a very long battery life, and if you're looking for a very light, very comfortable set of headphones that you can use on the move, in the public transport, on the streets, very light, very comfortable, very good sound quality, very good call quality, so sound quality for calls, then these may be right for you. With the safe tuning and without any kind of harshness, I think that they can be useful to most of the regular folk. But if you're looking for a good, splendid, amazing sound quality, look somewhere else. So for regular people, this will be fine. For gaming on the move, for, I don't know, listening to your music while jogging, etc., these will be great because they are very comfortable, very easy to operate, and the battery lasts a very long time. But for pure sound quality, we're not there yet. So I'll stay with my Ratson. I'm trying to get my hands on Qdelix because I want to compare them. Because Ratson is not the most, it's not the freshest device. It's quite old actually. I think it has 4 or 5 years. But Ratson is still one of the best devices when it comes to the sound quality, especially in balanced mode. I was having very high hopes for these because, you know, these are always working in fully balanced mode because each one of them has a separate dedicated chipset, headphone amplifier, and digital to analog converter. In this case, realized by one integrated chipset of Qualcomm 5171. So, for regular use, for gaming, for walking around the park with your dog, okay, quite fine. But if you're looking for the sound quality, if you'd like to get the most of your iems, these are not exactly for you. One additional info, one additional tip that may be useful to you or maybe not. You see, basically QDC connector used by KZ is 0.78 millimeter connector, but it has this covering outside. So if you use sharp knife, X-Acto knife, and you'll cut about 2 millimeters from the top of this rubber, and you'll uncover the connector, you'll be able to use these hooks with quite many different headphones from other producers. because 0.78 connector is very popular amongst other brands. The only thing that would right now stop you from connecting these air hooks would be this rubber cover here. So you can cut it nicely, neatly, slowly, producing nice flat surface, and then you'll be able to connect many different types of headphones. But my question still remains valid. Why would you do something like that? Because you probably would do something like that to connect quality headphones, and there's no point. So all in all, I can't really recommend this device if you're an audiophile, if you're looking for high sound quality on the move. But if you're a regular headphone user and you want to have a nice, comfortable device for listening to your music without harshness, on the move, and you're not really that fixed on sound quality, maybe that's for you. But it's not for me. $80, too much. Would I give it $40 for that? Not really. For that sound quality, comparing the price with the prices of PR3 and Symphony, these are amazing. These are basically amazing, and these are amazing value. Okay, that's it. But see my reviews on this. But getting back to the price, $20 maybe, between $15 and $20, yes, maybe. So the price level for the hooks would be comparable to the price of the headphones with similar sound quality. So yeah, closer to 15, not to 20. Thank you. I hope you enjoyed this little video. One honorable mention to one of my viewers. Yes, you can use them in the car as long as law permits that in Netherlands. I think in car you'll be pretty fine with these, because in car you won't have that much sound quality also with other Bluetooth devices because of the engine sound. But they will be really comfortable, and if you'll be using them with planar headphones, open planar headphones like either one of these, you'll be hearing the sounds from the outside, which is a very important thing when outside and especially when in car. Okay, so thank you guys. I hope you enjoyed this little video. I hope that it will help you to decide whenever this is for you or it's not for you. And if I forgot something, if you'd like to ask me about something that I possibly didn't mention here, just ask me in the comments. As usual, I will link to the store that I got this from. I know that buying from Ali may be maybe not dangerous, but some of the guys and gals may be a little bit afraid, and you usually ask for the shops that can be trusted. So I link to the store I got the hooks from. Have a great day and have a nice weekend, because it's the end of the Sunday here. See you soon.